February 8th. I just listened to Julia Holter's Happy in My Wilderness. And, okay, first reactions. I really liked it. I've heard some of the songs before, like Feel You and Sea Calls Me Home. And I liked those songs a lot when I was younger, and I still do. They still hold up, you know? They still hold up. I think something I didn't know, and something that's a lot stronger in some of her other songs, is the music in it. Learning to notice music has grown on me. Like, the actual, like, instrumentals is something that I've had to learn to do as I've gotten older. So, like, I think when I was little and I listened to some of Julia Holter's music, I was, like, I don't know if I was really paying too much attention to the music. I was listening to the lyrics and her voice, which are amazing. She's very talented singer. But it's like, there's so much depth in her music. It's like, it's beautiful. It's just truly, like, so beautiful. But definitely kind of caught me off guard because I remember it in my head as a 10-year-old. I was like, these are really pretty songs. But there's like so much depth to the music that I just never caught before. And as much as I was excited to listen to it through the perspective of my 10-year-old self, who just had liked it when I was younger and was like, should probably give this thing a whole listen. Now there's like so much more that I got out of it just in the first listen. So I'll be getting back to you after my second. Bye. Hi, it's February 14th. It's Valentine's Day, so I'm wearing pink. It's been about a week since I listened to Julia Holter's Happy in My Wilderness, because last week was a lot, and I didn't get to listen to it. But I want to talk about the song Betsy on the Roof, because that song just really stood out to me this time when I listened to it. It was dark, it was beautiful and whimsical, and I liked that song, but I also liked the Sea Calls Me Home, and I liked them in comparison to each other because they're so different. The Sea Calls Me Home reminds me of the sea, and maybe that's the power of suggestion, but it really does. It reminds me of seashells, it reminds me of waves, it reminds me of wind and sand and everything lovely about the beach. I don't love sand personally, but you know, it reminds you of those sunny days at the beach. And I think those songs in comparison to each other are very different. They both have so much depth, but Betsy on the Roof is so much darker, and since that one comes a little bit after Sea Calls Me Home, you can really tell this, like, oh wow, she's like talented at being able to play with the depth of the different songs. So she can have one that's so light and beautiful and still has all these layers of music and this and that. And then she has this one that's like, whoa, like, took it a completely different direction. It's sad, it's like heartfelt. They're both just very beautiful songs, and those are the ones that really stood out to me on this listen. And yeah, so I'll listen to it again, and I'll get back to you on more stuff soon. Hi, I just did my last listen for this review to Julia Holter's Happy in My Wilderness. And one thing that I noticed throughout the whole listen, my first one to my last one, was the music. That just stood out to me as a big thing. Because it's a lot of songs, but it's really the levels of intricacy and all of the instruments that she used for each song. And they were all very different. That's something that really stood out. That there wasn't a lot uniting all of the songs, and I was like, am I missing the theme? Am I missing what's going on? So I did some research on Pitchfork, because why not? I was like, I don't want to mislead anybody, so we're gonna look this up. And I found out that there is no theme, and so I was like, okay, I followed it. There's no theme, but what I didn't know was that she actually made up all of the stories to every single song, which is like amazing and so creative, and probably really hard because she had to think about the layers and the music for every single one. She had to think about the conceptual music to every single song on the album, and they all had to be different because the stories were different. And all the stories were so enchanting and really like pulled me in as a listener. And generally, I'm someone who really likes a theme. I like hearing the story in the song and then being able to go back and listen to it again and be like, wow, I get their story, and I do love that. But I think Julia Holter did a wonderful job of pulling the listener into every single song and making them be like, I want more of this. Whatever this is, even if it's not the same as the thing I just listened to, I want more. At least that's my experience. And I really liked that. And I think it is a very well done, very beautiful album. And I highly suggest